How did fitness change my quality of life? I've always believed that fitness led me to a path of a healthier state of mind, a better self-confidence, and a sense of maturity. It gave me the motivation to eat my meals on time, drive to the gym every single day, putting in the hard work and bringing the best version of myself, and constantly setting the bar high and repeating that cycle over and over again. I believe that fitness is the first step to achieving greatness. It gives you the time to reflect on your self-improvement, and ultimately, it teaches you to balance your everyday lifestyle. Many people think that exercising is all about losing weight or looking better, but I think it's more than that. My name is Azlan Azli. I'm creating this documentary to show you how did fitness change my life.
So as a student from Sunway University, I'm required to do a project that best suits my interests. And with that being said, I will be creating a visual documentary about fitness. So what does fitness actually mean? It is a condition of trying to stay physically fit and healthy, and we can do this by playing all types of sports such as football, rugby, or even boxing. And not to forget, there are other physical activities such as going to the gymnasium, doing repetitive exercising movements famously known as bodybuilding, which is by far my favorite thing to do. So in this documentary, I'll be interviewing 3 different university students who are avid fitness practitioners. And the main point of me doing this interview is to find out how fitness has changed their quality of lives. And without further ado, I'll be using this project to tell their stories.
This is a life.
Hello, my name is Rayyan Yusri. I study in Teles. I'm 18 years old and I'm going to tell you how fitness changed my life.
Right, hey Rayyan, how are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, cool. Alright, so what can you tell me about your fitness journey?
It's a long one. Yeah, it's a long one. But I'd say I've been doing fitness in general since I was let's say 6 or 7. I first started off playing football in school, and then realized that I wanted to play competitively. So my first sports or club that I joined was KLYS, KL Youth Soccer Team. I've played football throughout my life. After a while, after like 1 year or 2 years moving on, I found my really true passion in sports, which was rugby. How I got started with rugby actually is I got introduced by my uncle. He was the coach of KL Saracens, which I still connect to this day. That's been my journey so far.
What can you tell me about the times that you were in rugby though?
In rugby, personally, what really attracted me to the sport, I'd say it's the roughness of it, I guess, and how I can really just put out my anger and all of my emotions, to say, in that one setting or in that time, to think of it deeper. Rugby is a sport of mind. On the surface, it just looks like a bunch of guys or girls just bashing each other, tackling each other. But realistically, when you get into the sport, it's about mindset and how you respect the other opponent and how you respect the sport itself.
What does it take to be a rugby player?
Oh, that's a good question.
I feel like on the surface, a good rugby player is he's fit, of course. Muscles are defined. Different type of rugby players have different build. For example, say the forwards, they would be more of my shape. For example, big, tall. But that's not saying they can run slow. By the way, they can run fast. But for forward, it's more on the power. While let's say moving on to the backs, it's more of the quality and skill.
What position do you play?
I played loose head prop, which is forward.
Alright, so the next question is, How did fitness actually change your life?
In rugby terms, I feel like it's quite great. Rugby teaches you quite many qualities of life, actually. It teaches you to be determined, teaches you to win. It really showed me the different aspects to the sport, but also in life.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure everyone in life has ups and downs, of course. And I find that being determined gets you far, no matter being in a lost cause or a winning cause. Maybe you had a bad day. With the mindset of, okay, being determined to make sure the next day is a better one.
Did fitness play a part in like making sure that you're changing into a more matured person?
I feel like I've matured through how to handle a loss, for example. I can recall times when I was young in tournaments, crying my eyes out when I lost, or getting mad when the referee didn't give me my play, for example. But over time, you just realize that everyone's just playing it for the fun of the game, and like that's the end goal.
Alright, so if you can think of a person that made you motivated to start a fitness journey as part of changing your life, whom would that person be?
For me, it was who I looked up to was my uncle, because.
Sorry, which uncle is this, by the way?
He's Uncle Wozy. Shout out to him.
Which is my dad.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Alright.
But I don't want to get too deep here. But Uncle Wozy, he really took me under his arms, I would so say. Even when the simple things like after playing rugby, just setting up my shirts for me, the jerseys. I think he understands what was my situation when I was small. He saw the lack of, in me, and he stepped up to the plate. During rugby times, to train and to play matches, he did enforce, don't eat as much, don't maybe run a bit more, Rayyan.
So you guys actually bonded with each other through, rugby,
Yeah.
fitness.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
At first, I'll be honest, when I was a small kid, I'm not sure you know as well, I was quite scared of him because he was the strict one in the house. But nowadays, when I look at him, I just see him as, I don't know, I don't want to say it, but I just see him as my father.
Alright, so what I've learned from the conversation just now is that fitness allows you to grow as a person. It changes the way of how you think, and this brings me to my exact point that fitness provides a sense of maturity to someone. And in this case, I believe that Rayyan has fully matured throughout the years with the help of fitness. And right now, I'm heading to see Khai and Ian to have a conversation, and I'm really, really interested to know how fitness changed their lives.
Hi guys, my name is Ian Hazim Kristen, also known as John. I am a Fly Project instructor. I teach boxing, fly fight. And I love working out. I used to do sports, but right now I'm focused on boxing and bodybuilding. Let's get it started.
Hi Ian.
What's up, man? How's it
How are you? Alright, so the first question is, what can you tell me about your fitness journey?
Okay, so starting off back in 2013, 2012, I was very overweight. I just entered secondary school at an all-time heavy, which is 115 kilograms. And we're not talking 115 kilograms of pure muscle, we're talking 115 kilograms of fat, like overweight. I was morbidly obese, you can say that. So what decided me to pursue fitness is basically the self-confidence part, because looking at everyone else working out, I started watching YouTube, Arnold, Khai Green, all those big guys. Usually I looked at all the big bodybuilders first, so I felt like very enthusiastic to try bodybuilding. Oh, maybe I try lift some weights. Then I just started doing bodyweight workouts. So then I realized that, this is actually quite fun.
Can you explain to me what is your boxing journey? Yeah.
So I started off boxing maybe 2-3 years ago, just for fun, your normal fitness. I did it more for fitness, not for competition. Learned the proper techniques, and then I actually worked with Fly. I developed an interest to instruct because I found myself enjoying helping other people on their fitness journey. I like seeing people growing and becoming a better version of themselves, becoming even happier as a person.
Even more confident.
Yes, more confident, definitely. Yeah, I definitely seen some of my customers be more confident. But yeah, boxing has been fun. It teaches you discipline, it teaches you respect, because if you know how to fight, you actually do not want to fight anybody. It helps you stay focused, sharp, and like I said, I love seeing people getting better, becoming a better version of themselves, more healthy, and just having fun.
It's kind of inspiring.
Oh yeah, I hope it is. Yeah. You better come to my class.
Alright, so the next question that I'll be asking is, which is one of the best ones, I think. How did fitness change your life?
I would say without fitness, I would have a very messy schedule. I wouldn't be consistent in a lot of things. Like every day you work out, okay, today is leg day, today is chest day, back, so on and so forth. You got a plan, right? So that also transfers to other parts in your life, whereas your work, let's say us in the creative industry, we need very good planning, right? Because if we just leave it up to time, then nothing's gonna get done. So I would say it's made me a more confident and disciplined. Okay, let's say today I do 50 push-ups. New to the game, 50 push-ups, that's your goal. Okay, you can't hit 50, you hit 10. After you hit 10, hit 20, 30, 40, 50. Then once you reach 50, you're like, okay, I can actually do it. So that's where the discipline comes in. You're like, okay, if I put my mind to it, it can happen.
What can you tell me about your most memorable journey throughout the times that you're working out? What is the best thing that has ever happened to you?
Okay, I could say it's bittersweet, because it's one of the best things and also one of the worst things if you think about it. Because throughout my weight loss journey, not even bodybuilding, just weight loss in general, I started at 115 within 4 months of consistent diet and working out. In 4 months, I lost about 20 kilograms.
20 kilograms?
20 kilograms, yeah. Before I knew it, I was very fit, very light. I felt like I could do anything. I could fly off a roof. But the sad truth is that I had body dysmorphia, because every time I would look at myself, I'd be like, oh, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not big enough. It's that type of feeling. Then after a while, you realize this isn't healthy. It's not a good relationship to health with your body. Recently, I would say 2-3 years ago, I developed self-love. I understood what my body was capable of, what is healthy in my mind.
Do you think this also might be out of the ordinary? Do you think looking through Instagram, and then you're looking all this physiques from other people, right? Do you think that kind of boosts your confidence, or does that lower down your confidence? Because some people might, when they see they might be insecure, and then their confidence levels tend to go down low. But then maybe for you it's maybe different, I think.
I would say you need to understand where you're at, because if that guy has been training for 12 years and you only started, then it's a bit unfair to compare yourself to them. But you can use them as inspiration, you can use them as a guideline. It's just your lifestyle, man. If you're happy with how you look, happy with how you live, yeah, no one should ever bother you.
You gotta have confidence in yourself.
Confidence in yourself, believe in what you're doing. I even know a few of my friends back then said, oh, Ian, do you work out just to impress girls, or what made you do it in the first place? And I was like, no, it's just for me, really. Because it was just that one day I decided, let's do it.
Alright, so this is the last question. What is your definition of a good life?
A good life. Happiness is key, I tell you that. But then again, happiness for many people are different. Happiness, they can find it through friends, through family, through food, through music. But if one of the things I find happiness through is fitness, because going to the gym culture, you get to meet so many different people that share the same interests, share the same passion. It makes you happy. It's, like I said, a day-to-day thing. You learn new things every single day. Yeah, fitness is happiness.
All right. I think that will be all.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Cool. All right.
All good? Hi everyone, my name is Khai. I'm currently a powerlifter. I'm 22 years old and also a culinary student. My fitness journey. Well, I've started since last year, quite recently, because constantly my sister would tell me, you need to work out before 25 because you won't be able to change back once you are 25, where your body is. So I decided that I don't want to be stuck like this. Didn't like the look in the mirror. and how my shoulders, my body, my legs and everything looked very overweight. It did help me a lot actually. It gave me a lot of self-confidence when my girlfriend or my parents or my siblings would say things like, oh, you look like you've been getting better. And it would give me so much motivation to keep going because I want to keep looking better and I also want to be better. I was so inconsistent last year because I didn't have any friends to give me the motivation. Quite recently, about 5 months in, 4 months in, my friends gave me all the motivation I need. Without them, my progress would be slower. Fitness changed my life a lot. It made me realize that I have the love for powerlifting and I have the strength for it too. And it made me the person I am today. Before this, I would just laze around and just like play games instead of like working out and everything. I would work out here and there if my friends asked me to go out with them and then we'll go gym and everything else. I would join them. That's mostly it. But then as of recent, I would say about like four to 5 months ago, I started taking it consistently because most of my friends wanted me to follow them. And then I was like, okay, why not? And I keep going. And I just found the love for powerlifting. You keep on with the workouts that you're going for, you will see changes and people will be wanting to do more things that would change themselves. The big inspiration for me is definitely myself. I didn't like what I saw, look in the mirror, and I decided to just change it. And when I see that change, it inspired me to change more. My friends are also one of them. They're the ones that gave me motivation to keep going on. Myself inspired me. Oh man, when you're in the gym, you're in a random gym and you see everyone like buff, and you just feel much like you're like, I shouldn't be here. I look too unwell to be here, and everything else. But then I soon to realize that gym is the place where you're there to make yourself look good and feel good. And then I also realized that people in the gym, they don't judge. They never judge. They're there to help you. You're doing deadlifts. People will be there to cheer you on. Believe it or not, I do daily aspirations. So every time in the morning, I take a shower, come out, and I take a good hard look at myself. And I see the parts where I feel like are growing and like getting better and everything. And I said, good job, man. You're doing good. My definition on what I think is a good life? Doing the things you love. If you do things that you feel like you're just doing it because of money, or you're doing it because this and that and whatever, I feel like life wouldn't be as great considering that you're just doing it because why not? If you're doing it because you love it, I feel like that is a good exemplary way to continue on in your life. I love it. I love it. I love lifting heavy. Can I say the bad word? I fucking love it. I mean, like in under 4 months, I would say, I carried a lot of heavy weight.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not a life of imitation. Distant close into the reservation.
When things get tough, we get tougher. Yeah, when we get going, we get going.
1, 2.
Hi guys, it is Ian Hazem, also known as John. I just want to wish you guys all the best if you're starting your fitness career or your fitness journey. Please do your best, alright? Get started, you love it in the future. Enjoy your time in the gym, enjoy your time doing outdoor activities, anything, just get moving, okay? When the going gets tough, what do? We get tougher. Stay strong, solid squad, alright? Any progress is good progress.
Hey guys, it's Ryan here again. Just for some tips for your journey to your fitness. Just remember who you're doing it for. Are you doing it for your family, for your girlfriend? But remember the main thing is you're doing it for yourself. Because who's putting in the effort? You. Who's putting in the work? You. Who's gonna get bigger and buffer? You. That's all from me. See you.
Keep doing what you love. Don't let anyone stop you.
Okay, so based on the stories shared by Rayyan, Ian and Khai, from what I've gathered is that they did not intend to pursue fitness just for the sake of looking better. Maybe at first, yes, but slowly they realized they needed fitness. They needed to exercise, whether it's bodybuilding, powerlifting, boxing, or even to just play a sport like rugby. They needed fitness because it helped them fight through the noises in their lives. It led them to be much more confident in themselves, to be more mindful, and to even just grow as a person. I think fitness is far more beyond than to just look better. It's there to help us get through those difficult life situations that we face from time to time. And nowadays, as young people, we face through so many emotional challenges, causing us to have poor mental health, leading us to feel depressed or even sad sometimes, because there will be moments where we feel like we're the happiest, but there are also times where we feel like the world is against us. And sometimes all we need is something that will help us fight through those traumatic moments. We need something that will help us change our lives to start a new chapter in our own stories. And I believe that fitness is the first step to a new beginning. It made me realize that I have to stay strong physically but also mentally as well. And I'm really glad that I signed up for a gym membership 6 years ago when I was in high school, because it led me to the person that I am today. And to anyone who's watching this, I really hope that this documentary inspires you to take that first step and to always stay motivated when fighting through those hard moments. This is the story of how fitness changed my life, and I hope it changes yours as well.